Have you ever made a baked mac and cheese with a bechamel base and had it turn out grainy? Well, this recipe tries to fix that. This simple mac and cheese recipe is about as easy as it comes and requires no flour or bechamel. And if you're new here, I'm Maggie. This is No Frills Kitchen, where I teach you how to cook with confidence with nothing fancy required.
To begin, you're going to want to grate your cheese and cook your macaroni. I call for cheddar cheese in the recipe, but use any flavorful, good melting cheese that you'd wish. The only thing to be aware of is not to use pre-grated cheese. Grate the cheese from the block yourself. Pre-grated cheese is often treated with an anti-caking agent that will make it very difficult for it to melt properly. I developed this recipe using elbow macaroni, as that's the classic, but go ahead and use whatever small pasta shape you'd like. It doesn't really matter. Cavatappi is a great option. Cook the pasta for 2 minutes less than the package suggests. You want it to be a bit before al dente. This is because it will continue to cook when you bake it. Keep in mind that this recipe is also easily made gluten-free. Simply use a gluten-free macaroni and breadcrumb. No other swaps needed. While you're cooking the pasta, go ahead and assemble the sauce. This is super simple and is done in one big bowl. First, add in a can of evaporated milk. I call for this as it has less water content than regular milk, so it will aid in a thicker sauce compared to using standard milk. To the milk, also crack in some eggs, add a bit of cornstarch, Dijon mustard, garlic powder, paprika, ground turmeric, and a few dashes of hot sauce. The turmeric and paprika don't do much in terms of flavor, but they really give the mac and cheese that yellow-orange color that is so associated with the dish. Once your pasta is finished cooking, go ahead and drain it in the sink and then add it back into the pot. Dot the pasta with some butter and then toss in the grated cheese. Stir the cheese and butter into the pasta and then pour over the evaporated milk mixture. Allow the residual heat of the pasta to melt the cheese and butter while you're stirring constantly. Then pour the macaroni into a baking dish. This dish was a bit small for the amount that I had, so you can always bake off any excess in some ramekins if you'd like. Now it's time to make the breadcrumb topping. Simply add a pat of butter to a large skillet and then melt it over medium-high heat. Add in some panko breadcrumbs and cook until lightly toasty, only a minute or two longer. Remove from the heat and stir in some grated parmesan cheese and season with salt and pepper. Then sprinkle the breadcrumbs over the mac and cheese mixture. Transfer the baking dish to a rimmed sheet tray to catch any drips and move it to a preheated 180C or 350F oven. Bake it until it's bubbling and the topping is golden brown, about 20 to 30 minutes. Allow the mac to cool for at least 5 minutes before serving. If you liked this recipe, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my next videos. Enjoy!